Hello Guardians and welcome to this video. This video will be breaking down everything you need to know about Escalation Protocol. We'll talk about currencies you need, best ways to complete Escalation Protocol, and best ways to farm the boss, and how to get all that gear that you need to become a Wayfarer. Alright, so before you actually start Escalation Protocol on Mars, there's something that you will need first. You will need to get 7 Rasputin key fragments. Now, the best way, in fact, as far as I know, the only way to get these 7 Rasputin key fragments is to complete a Nightfall. So on the screen here, you can see I am completing this Nightfall on my Warlock.
Root mine has been dismantled. What's next?
Oh, Dendron, right. You're so good at cleaning up Osiris's messes.
Okay, now that I've completed my Nightfall and I have my 7 Rasputin key fragments, I'm going to head over to see Anna Bray at the Braytech Futurescape on Mars. Once you've landed at Braytech Futurescape, follow the path that I'm following to Anna Bray. When you approach Anna Bray, you can press right on your D-pad to access her second page of her inventory. On the second page, you will find a spot for your 7 Rasputin key fragments. You may only turn in 7 key fragments once per week. As you can see, I have already turned mine in. That's why it says limit 1 key per week. But if you haven't done this yet, you may turn in your key fragments and she will give you this encrypted cache key. The next step is you need to make this encrypted cache key a decrypted cache key. You do this by completing waves of Escalation Protocol. You need to complete 7 waves of Escalation Protocol. It doesn't necessarily have to be waves 1 through 7. It could be do wave 1 7 times, it could be do wave 1 and 2 and then 1 and 2 over and over again. It doesn't matter which wave you complete, just as long as 7 waves of Escalation Protocol are completed. Your key will then turn from a encrypted cache key to a decrypted cache key. Now the reason why it is important that you do this before starting Escalation Protocol is because at the end of Escalation Protocol, when you eliminate the boss on wave 7, he will drop a chest. If you do not have this key, you cannot open the chest. Now, if you're a solo player, this is where things start to sound scary. Completing Escalation Protocol as a solo player is pretty much impossible. So you need to get a group together. Sometimes even 3 people, Escalation Protocol can still be difficult to complete. So I recommend a fire team of 6 people. And if you know anything about Destiny, you know that you cannot go into a patrol with a fire team of 6. So what you need to do is make it so that you and your friend are in the same Mars lobby, but not in a fire team together. You can do this in a couple of different ways. You can try to search the Mars lobby over and over until you get lucky and just happen to end up in the same lobby. But I have found that this can be frustrating and take way too long. So what my friend and I have ended up doing is that we just go to Mars and we start to message people on Mars and we say, hi, can you invite my friend for me? Just invite him to your Xbox Live Party or your PlayStation chat or whatever platform you're playing on. You invite these people to your party, and then once they get into your party, because they are already in Mars with you, they can invite your friend to their fire team, and then you will be in separate fire teams but in the same area. From there, you can both invite 2 players. So if I had 2 on my fire team and my friend had 2 on his fire team, that would be 6 of us all together, which is plenty of players to complete Escalation Protocol. Alright, so from here, it's pretty basic. You just need to complete each wave. There will be a bunch of ads that spawn. You'll have to eliminate all the enemies, and then there will be shadow rifts that spawn. When the shadow rifts spawn, you need to stand in the shadow rifts until it gets to 100. Then you'll be able to shoot these crystals that are floating. The shields will drop from them once you purge the shadow rift to 100. After the crystals are destroyed, a knight will spawn in with a sword. You can kill him and that'll take you guys to the next wave, and then you'll get to a boss wave where you just need to eliminate all of the bosses to progress to the next wave of Escalation Protocol. You rinse and repeat this all the way up until 7, and then on 7 there are no shadow rifts or anything like that. You have a big boss that spawns in, and there will be a small mechanic tied to him as to how you damage him or eliminate him, and then you can start to get that Escalation Protocol loot. So now, how the loot drops work. It's actually a very nice system. I like how it works. When you turn in your key to the chest after you have eliminated the boss on wave 7, you will get a piece of armor. You do not get duplicate pieces of armor until you have completed your set, which I am a big fan of, because anybody who played Destiny 1 knows that there can be a huge grind in this game, and Escalation Protocol can kind of be a hassle, so I'm glad that you don't have to grind it like crazy, at least to get your armor. So like I said, complete waves of Escalation Protocol and have your key, and then turn it into that chest, and you will be able to get all of your armor from Escalation Protocol. The weapons work differently. The weapons drop specifically from the boss. You will not be guaranteed a weapon every time, but there's a chance you'll get the weapon when the boss dies. He'll drop a purple engram that will be one of the Escalation Protocol weapons. The weapons rotate weekly. One week you'll be able to get the submachine gun, the next week you'll be able to get the sniper rifle, and the next week you'll be able to get the shotgun. So if you want to know which week it is, you can Google it and you can find it out really easily which weapon is dropping from the boss that particular week. But luckily, in order to farm these weapons, you do not have to do Escalation Protocol 1 through 7 over and over, and in fact you don't need a key either, since the weapon drops from the boss, not the chest. So, you might be wondering, how do you farm the boss instead of doing all 7 waves over and over? Well, upon completing Wave 7 of Escalation Protocol, the chest will appear. Once the chest despawns from the area, you can activate one of the spires again, and Escalation Protocol will resume at Wave 6. And then you complete Wave 6, it will take you to Wave 7 again. Then all you have to do is eliminate the boss and hope for your chance to get that weapon drop. Now, I do not know for a fact if this is confirmed or not, but I have been told that you can turn on a ghost that has the Public Defender perk on it, which gives you a better chance at rewards from public events. Like I said, this is unconfirmed, or at least for me, I don't know, but when I tried to get the submachine gun, it took me 15 tries before I eventually got the submachine gun. The next week, I had heard about that ghost. I used a ghost with the Public Defender on it, and I was able to get the sniper rifle in, I think it was 6 runs. And then, when it came time to get the shotgun, I had also, again, forgot to put on the Public Defender ghost, but I did switch to it eventually, and after switching to it, it only took me 2 or 3 more runs, and then I was able to get the shotgun. And that was the last piece of armor or weapons that I needed from Escalation Protocol. So I am that much closer to being able to get my Wayfarer seal. So I had taken a long break from Destiny 2, and when I came back, Escalation Protocol was new to me, and I wasn't exactly sure how it worked, and I couldn't find any guides that covered all aspects of it, so I thought I would throw this together for anybody who just got into Destiny 2, who took a break from Destiny 2, or whatever. I know this video is quite late compared to when Escalation Protocol was actually released, but I thought that it might be a good idea, and I'd be able to help anybody out who needed to get Escalation Protocol completed. So, guys, thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed. I hope this helped, and I'll see you guys on the next one.